Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. In this video, we're going to be featuring an upcoming AI productivity project. It basically features a suite of AI productivity tools that is of handiness to anyone. It's well posed to be adopted both by a Web3 audience and a Web2 audience. So in this video, I'll simply feature it. We will conclude the video by talking of its upcoming IDO out of Seedify and basically present SearchPad as an AI project of interest. So you can see, having logged into the application, the types of tools that it will feature. There's image creation, the ability to convert perhaps your lengthy videos into AI shorts, and a bunch of other tools. I'll be testing one of them or several of them in the course of this video, and that will be the scope of this video. Okay, so again, early stage project, so you can expect that it's still evolving, so where it has some limitations, that's expected. So here it says prompt enhance. These are some settings, so this is where you will incorporate your prompt to enhance the sophistication of its generation. You can then avail of the settings on the sidebar. Now this is to create an image. You can create an Instagram type image which is one-to-one, or these are the sizes and stuff like that. So let's use inspiration here. Okay, so you can even see the quality of the image it can create, but let's give it a prompt and see how relatable the image it provides is. Now remember, many AI projects in the Web2 space are paid. Generally you would pay for each image generation. I don't know if that's the case with this, with SearchPad, but where it can provide this suite of tools at, a token of the cost, or where you can avail of its features by holding its token. That's a very good value proposition. Okay, so this is what, wow, that looks good. Okay, you can download, make it public. So it has a social element, whereby where you make this public, it will be available to others. Now here it says 9 generations left. Again, I don't know if this is a limitation in the early stages. Altogether, I would expect that the token of this project will have some utility with respect to your ability to utilize these tools. So that will be my assumption. Let's look for this. Let's check some other ones here. For example, this AI shorts one, although I may not be able to test it out fully here because the generation time may be lengthy, but I'll play a sample video here, and it's quite great. This is good enough for TikTok. This is a very handy tool. Okay, so that said, we have seen some of the abilities of SearchPad. The name is also catchy, and there are a bunch of other features upcoming. Now, for the IDO event, that's of interest to me. I would look to participate. Now, I don't know the model of the IDO. For some IDOs on Seedify, you need to have their token. Seedify is the best launchpad there is out there, especially recently with a bunch of AI projects which it has released. But for several of them, you need to have their native token, a basic amount of 500 tokens, which costs close to, let's say, $700 or $800 to be able to participate in the IDOs. But for some IDOs such as SearchPad, besides the private tier, the private IDO event, there is also a public one. I believe that SearchPad has a public one that everyone can participate in, even if you don't have their tokens. Although with Seedify, you have to KYC. The KYC is a one-time expedition. Okay, so it's upcoming. the IDO is at a later date. The date hasn't been established yet, but registration is going to open in 9 hours. So here there is no real insight on which about the utility of the token. So I'd like, oh, this is private. This is private. Let's see if they have a public pool. Okay, so there is a public pool. So in a subsequent video, I would likely look at the utility of the token. It's going to have a token called SearchPad. That's obvious. Vesting is going to be 50% at TG, release at TGE, and the other 50% vested. So I'll likely do a separate video about the IDO event. In this video, I just wanted to feature it as an upcoming AI related project of interest, and considering it's having an IDO out of Seedify, the value proposition is tangible. You know, Seedify does its own incubation and due diligence, so I consider this a project of more tangible interest on that basis. I'll be ending this video now. If you have questions, you can ask me on the Telegram. There is now a Telegram chat room in the description and other avenues to reach me. I'll end this video now. Stay awesome, take action, subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials.